Hi there. I hope you're doing great. Today again on Preacher's Portrait. And this time, I want to be talking about food. Why food? Somebody may be asking, why food? You see, man was created and given the garden to tend and to partake of everything that was in the garden. But there was a clause, an order in Genesis chapter 3 and from verse 1 to 5 that man should not partake of a particular tree. Partaking of that tree will lead man to trouble. And if you study your Bible very well, you will know that is where the great deception took place. Man fell as a result of what the devil offered. The word that you hear equals the food, and the food equals the word. And the enemy knows how to use that to get you. You could see various examples in the Bible. Eve fell because she took and ate of it and shared with her husband, Adam, and they all fell. Why am I emphasizing on the food? The food that the enemy will present to you is the gateway to your heart, to your mind. You know, the quest for food has caused many people to do unthinkable things. Just to do what? Put food on the table. Little wonder, the enemy knows this trick very well. He brought it up on Jesus. He met Jesus in the wilderness, according to the Gospel of Matthew, and told Jesus to do what? To turn the stones into bread. Matthew chapter 4, the temptation of Jesus Christ. If you read very well, you understand. Turn the stones into bread. I have a question. You know, the question bothers me anytime I'm sharing this. Which one is preferable, or which one is easier? To turn the stones into bread or to bake bread? Which is easier? It is more harder turning stones into bread than kneading the flour and baking bread. So the enemy knows that when he presents a food matter to you and tells you to turn the stones into bread, you go to do it. And that is where people face all manner of hardships in life, because they have left the original template. He pulled it on Eve. He got her because Eve was ignorant. He pulled it on Jesus. He could not get Jesus Christ. Why? Because Jesus himself is the bread of life. And that is why our master told him that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word. Are you not seeing the connection now? But by every word. The enemy was telling him to turn stones into bread. Jesus was telling that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded from the mouth of God. Why the connection between the word and food? This is where it matters. The enemy knows that when he gets you to partaking of the food on his table, he can get your heart, he can get your mind, and that is it. We will see the example of Jacob and his brother Esau. Esau sold his birthright. Why? Food. He gave it up. He said, it's not just food. Come on, give it to me. Take it. What is birthright to food? Authority was given. He gave it away. He gave authority away. Today we give our own authority away. Eve gave her authority away upon sighting food. The Bible tells us that it was good and pleasing to the eye. But there was a young man I love all young men to study, all young women to study. Daniel, the one with the spirit of excellence. If you were in Daniel's shoe, how would you have behaved? Many of us will fail. I'm telling you. But Daniel refused to bow both in the spirit and in the flesh. He stood still. Daniel stood still. Daniel maintained his authority over the food that King Nebuchadnezzar was presenting to him. What did he say? "O king, I will not partake of this. Let me be served vegetables." I tell you, if you are the one, you will give up, because you see turkey, you see this, you say, "Oh, I don't know how to give up on this one. I must eat." Daniel stood his ground. Can you stand your ground today when the devil presents that food? The food that will steal your heart. Food I am talking about comes in different shades. It comes in different shades. Food could mean the food that we eat. Food could mean sex. Food could mean alcohol. Food could mean the job. Food could mean the position that you are fighting for. Politicians kill themselves. Food. And you know, all of this happened because they lack the knowledge. Eve lacked the full knowledge. And at a point, I sometimes don't want to blame her that much, because she was not there. She was not the original receiver of that command. The one who was meant to teach her maybe must not have taught her well, so she fell. But anyway, I'm not making excuses for her. How about you today? Can you really stand and tell the devil no in the face when such food is presented to you? You can only do that when you have the food that does not perish, the word of life. Without it, my brother, you will fall like yesterday. My sister, you will fall like yesterday. Esau fell. Eve fell. And many other examples. But Jesus gave us and has given us the authority that anytime the enemy presents such food to us, we should tell him to get behind us and command the word of life, which is the food that does not perish, to take its rightful place. I hope you are blessed by this message. This is just one in the series. We shall be bringing to you many of such. Stay firm, stay strong, be mindful of the food that you partake of. The devil is out there presenting all manner of food today, and people are not thoughtful. Many are falling. Don't fall into the trap. Remain blessed. I am Abe Uberias on Preacher's Portrait. Have a nice day and stay blessed.